Hey everyone, this is Matt, the resale champ, and I'm back again with another haul video. Now, this is a haul video like none other. I'm very excited about this one because it is a massive, huge Lego haul video. And all of these Legos are retired Legos. So, if you don't know Legos, generally, most of the time, okay, these Legos sell. It's hard to make money on Legos, especially on Amazon, because Amazon sells them. They're very popular, and I love to sell them because of that fact. So, because they're so popular, they will sell super quick on Amazon. The problem is generally not for a lot of profit unless you find retired ones or ones that Amazon is out of stock on. Now, Legos, I believe, is a restricted brand. I happen to have had my Amazon account since 2013. So I either got grandfathered in or I got auto approved years ago. And Legos is one of those things I love to find. Primarily for me, it's not used, but new and sealed in box. So when I'm looking at doing RA or OA or yard sales, I am looking for brand new in the box Legos. And that is what I have found. All of these Legos, for the most part, were new and sealed. So let me give you a little background on this, and I'll tell you kind of how this came about. I did a Instagram live video a week or two back when I was on my way out to look at these Legos. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, which I tend to do occasionally when I'm bored. I don't do this on a regular basis. A lot of people will source Facebook Marketplace, and I've done that plenty of times. You can do this. You can do that on a regular basis, and you can set up like key search terms like new in box, whatever your niche is. You could search Legos. You could search, electronics or clothing, Levi's, whatever your key search term would be for your niche. I don't tend to do that because it takes some time. You've got to meet these people and stuff. But I'll get on there when I'm kind of just sitting around not doing anything. And I happened to be scrolling through, and I saw a Lego ad. And it wasn't just a typical Lego ad, because typically what you'll see on there is you'll see a picture of a single Lego box, and somebody's going to want, like, they'll say $15 or $20. They got this, they never used it. A lot of times it's still, being sold by Amazon. I love when they'll post a picture of the page on Amazon. I'm like, well, thanks for doing the research for me. I can see that I can't make any profit, but they'll sell for like $5 below what the Amazon price is. And that's fine if you just needed that one. But if you're trying to resell, you can't do that. But the picture that he had on there was a Star Wars figure, and it was a huge Star Wars. And I'm drawing a blank on that right now. I should have pre-done and had the item put up on the screen. Let's see if we can find it. But it was it's the big sought after one. It's been retired forever. And let's see. I'm going to just play real quick, and let's see if I can find on Amazon it's a Lego. It's going to bother me now because I really want to be able to show you what it was. Star Wars Millennium Falcon. There it is. I just did have to do a little search term there. Let's pull it on the screen. You can see what I'm searching for right here. So there you can see it came up. I put in Lego Star Wars. They had a picture of a Millennium Falcon new in the box. So let's pull that up, and I will show you what they sell for. As you can see right here, here is your Legos Star Wars Millennium Falcon, the 75105. I believe that's the one he had. And you can see what it sells for, $246. Yeah. So if you ever see this posted on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or Let Go, any of those third party, and they're selling it in the box, new, never opened, all right, you're going to consistently get, and this isn't an odd price. I mean, look, you can see this is Keep a Graph right here. So you can see over the last month, this thing sold consistently for $249.98. And before that, it actually sold as much as $273.88. Now it's right now there's sellers and there's a couple sellers that have it at $249.99. And I want to say he was asking like his pricing was, he said he wanted 30% of retail. So now 30%, if he had looked up this price on Amazon, you know, not that great, but he was looking up prices on eBay. Okay, and that's what a lot of sellers do. They don't even think about Amazon necessarily because you don't sell on there, but people sell on eBay all the time. So when he was looking up prices on this stuff, he wanted 30% of the eBay price. And I don't know, remember if he was looking at solds or not, because I wasn't looking up eBay. I was looking up Amazon. So I want to say he wanted $75. I would gladly pay $75 for this Millennium Falcon, new and sealed in the box. I would do that all day long. I'd do it as many times as I could. So you'll see, this is a little Chrome extension that I have, I pay for, and I use it every day, all day long. I can put in my buy price right here. Okay, let me make this bigger. So I can make this, let's just say it was 75. I don't remember, it could have been 60. And you can see what my profit shows right here, $120. I'd gladly spend $75 to make 120. You can see the sales rank is 28,000. That is good. That means it will sell and it will sell quickly. So that caught my attention. So there's a bolo. There's a bolo for you. Star Wars Millennium Falcon. If you are ever searching, trolling Facebook Marketplace and some posted one of these, you want to grab it for a good price. Now, I don't know used, you know, we could look real quick and see what the used do, but, you know, first of all, you're going to count, if you'll see right here, it says there's 1,329 pieces. Are you going to count 1,329 pieces? Now, if it was, the box was damaged and the inside was sealed in the plastic, I would consider that if I could get it for the right price. But again, people, you got to understand, you know, anything used on Amazon, the value depreciates greatly. You know, so you need to get it cheaper. You don't want to pay 75. I haven't even looked, but I can click on this and see. Yeah, Amazon's got this new thing. I don't like this, where you click on that new and used others, and it pulls this thing to the side and it keeps you on the same screen you're on. But anyway, here's a 175. Now that's acceptable. Here's good for 200. So it's still selling pretty well. There's 2 used listings right now. Yeah, okay, but none of those. I mean, but basically, I would try to sell probably, if I could get it sealed in the box, in the, you know, in the packaging, but the damaged box, I'd probably try to do 199. Actually, no, I'd shoot for higher. I'd probably do 224.99 based on that. So anyway, needless to say, that was the first thing I asked him about. I said, do you have any more of these? Or do you have this item still? Oops, sorry about that. Let me I'll take that off. And he had sold it, of course. I was looking, I saw the listing. It was up less than a day. It was up about, I don't remember now, 15 or 20 hours. It'd been up long. I mean, long enough for people who are resellers. If you were searching Legos or Star Wars or whatever, you would have, if those were in your keywords, you would have seen this listing and you would have been all over it. Say he said he sold all of his Star Wars stuff to somebody, and unfortunately, you know, it wasn't me. But he did say he had a bunch. He had a bunch of Legos sets, and they were all new in the box. You know, and I'm always you get a little leery about when people have a bunch of something new. You're like, where did this come from? but I tend not to try to ask too many questions. I'm hoping that it's because they're a collector and not that it fell off the truck somewhere. But you know, typically, that it's not something I spend too much time worrying about. And yeah, we did. I did go ahead. I made arrangements to go meet him and to see what he had. And that's what, like I said, I made a YouTube, not a YouTube, um, uh, a live video for Instagram when I went to on my way out there, and I think I did another one after the fact. So this is the beginning of my haul video, and I basically spent. So here's what I ended up spending: $2,750. That is how much money I spent on Legos. That is a lot of money. I've spent a lot more on that on wholesale purchases and stuff like that. But to buy from somebody off of Facebook Marketplace, it's a little scary. You got to kind of know what you're doing when you're spending that much money. And but I felt like the return. My hope is that it's going to more than double, maybe triple my return on investment. I did not go out there with that much money. So that's the first thing. First, when you be careful, okay, on Facebook Marketplace, and just don't be stupid. So when you're going to meet somebody, don't carry the wad of cash in your hand, or have it even bulging out of your pocket. Don't, for the most part, try not to even bring cash. I asked the guy. I said, what are your payment methods? And basically he goes, oh, what do you mean I take cash? I said, well, do you take electronic like PayPal, Venmo? There's a couple others, Cash App, because any of those I could do a transaction electronically, and I would not have to go to the bank and pull out a bunch of cash. So I went out there with, I think I had the intention of buying about 50 items for around $1,000, and I can't remember, something like that. And so that's what I went out there with. Well, what turned out is I get out there and he has a whole lot more than what he told me. And that's always a good thing is, I've heard this on other podcasts I listen to. It's, always ask if there's more. And specifically, there's a podcast I listen to, the Pure Hustle podcast. And these guys are great. I enjoy listening to the podcast. And one thing that they always say on there is when you're at the garage sale, always ask, do you have any more of these, or what else do you have? And so what had happened is he had piles of Legos set aside for people who had said they were going to come get them. So he quickly kind of started, showing them to me. I was there with cash in hand, and we started negotiating, and things get a little tricky. We kind of pre-negotiated. What happens on Facebook Marketplace, it's a little different. Like with Craigslist back in the day, you would never kind of negotiate up front. It was always you kind of meet. It was, I'm going to decide then if I want it and how much I'm going to spend. With Facebook Marketplace, what I've kind of found on the buying end and selling end, because I do both, is that it's all negotiated up front for the most part. Like if you're going to meet and you are going to come get the item, you're saying you're buying the item sight unseen. I mean, you've done the legwork up front to research that item. Now I have on several occasions. Don't be afraid to do this. I didn't mean this to be a Facebook Marketplace tip, video, but don't be afraid to walk away. I mean, I've gotten to, I've met people and looked at the item and like, oh, this is not what, the condition I thought, because you're looking at pictures, and I've walked away. But the anticipation, for the most part, when you're going to meet somebody on Facebook Marketplace, you're going to buy, and typically, I mean, you're negotiating price up front, which is very kind of odd to me. Usually I like to negotiate, face to face while you're there, look at it, go, well, it's got this issue, this issue, let's do this price. This was all up front. And typically sellers kind of want to do that. They want to know, if I'm going to meet you, they don't want to meet you and then you negotiate, drop down the price. But anyway, we had pre-negotiated, so that's how I knew kind of how much money I was bringing, what I was planning on buying, about 50 Legos. I think what it turned out being I calculated it was like around around $25 a box is what I was had negotiated it to, and it came out to 20%. Because remember, he said he had all these Lego sets. He had the ID number and what it was selling for on eBay. So he had all this written out. So this guy wasn't like, hey, here's a bunch of Legos. I don't know what they're worth. I'm going to sell them for $5 a box. Okay, that's a dream world, and those would have been gone. I mean, nobody within an hour, all of those would have been gone if he was selling them like that. But he wasn't. He was selling them. Let me say, he's trying to get decent value for them, as a seller. And so I did negotiate up front. So he wanted, it was like I said, it was around 30% of the value. I negotiated him down to about 20% of the value, which came out to in the $25 range, I want to say, per box. That's a lot to spend on Legos, okay? A lot of the, typically, I mean, you can get Legos for that price or cheaper new in the store. But the thing was, these are all retired sets. And with Legos, I think I started talking about this earlier, they'll produce a batch of Legos, a number. I'm not a Lego expert, but Legos all have a number associated with them, like a 6-digit number. And once they stop producing those, Amazon won't be selling them anymore. And so they basically are all sold as discontinued on the secondary market, and you can get a lot higher price for them. Now, the thing is, the trade-off on that is they will sell, but they're going to sell a lot slower at that higher price than they were selling, when Amazon was selling them for $9.99, $19.99, $29.99, whatever, their blowout price was, where they're selling thousands of units a day, versus, you trying to sell one in a month. So, but I did, I went out there, basically, I know I'm kind of rambling on, going back and forth on this, but the cool part was I got here, he had a bunch more than what I anticipated. We kind of negotiated on those. He said, well, here's another set, here's another batch, there's another batch. It was, he wanted, again, he went back to the price he wanted on these. And I was like, and I think it was another 1,500. I don't remember, because it's been a while since I did this, and I've been needing to get to this haul video. But it ended up being, I got another 60 or so Legos and some other toys. He also had like a bunch of new and sealed toys that he had never used. And I started looking through some of those. He had a bunch of Hot Wheels sets. He had some Furbies, new. I picked up the Furbies. So we kind of negotiated. Basically, what I ended up doing was negotiating each thing and then putting it all together and trying to get even a better rate. So the toys, in the toys, there was a bunch of small Lego packs, and I'm going to show you some of those. We negotiated the toys, the batch of toys I got for like $100. And then the additional Legos, over 110 Lego sets for $27.50, came out to an average of $25 a piece. Again, I'm anticipating that was about 20%. That was his 20% of eBay. I'm expecting much higher return on that. Won't be a 20% return, obviously. It would be a much higher return. I'm hoping to double, triple my money on Amazon. So that's kind of how that went. We put it all in together, $2,750, and it was a big haul. I actually had to go to the bank, go pull out more money. He had to go meet somebody else for some shelving that he sold. We came back. I brought in more money. We negotiated. I actually left some of the Legos. He had some Legos. These are all in the blue box, the city Legos. Those boxes were beat. They were all in a giant leaf outdoor garbage bag. I mean, clean and everything, but they were torn. They had all kinds of, some were crushed. They had condition issues, and it just didn't make sense for the price he was asking. If they were cheap enough, I would have picked them up. But at the 30% he was trying to get, it didn't make sense. So I left those, but I did pick up some others. some big deals, some really good ones. And what I'm going to do is start with the smalls. Okay, so bear with me. I'm probably going to break this up. This is haul one. I'll do as many as it takes. Hopefully, it's not going to drag into 4 or 5. Hopefully, I can do this in 2 or 3 haul videos. And what I'm going to do different on this one than my previous haul, which I did, if you haven't seen it, go back and check. I did a church rummage sale. I ended up 3 haul videos from that one rummage sale. I've done real well so far with that. Anyway, those are in my previous video, so go back and check it out. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you see the future haul videos I'm going to be doing with the additional Legos I don't get to today. But what I'm going to do is I use Inventory Lab. It is a great piece of software. If you're not using it as an Amazon seller, you absolutely should be using it. And I'm going to put these in. I've already put some in, and then the rest I'm going to kind of put in and research as we pull them up, as we go through them. And you'll see kind of my thought process and how I'm going to list these. Most of them I'm going to list as new, but some of them I can't because of the condition. And we will take it from there. But what the nice thing with Inventory Lab is I'm going to put it all together as one batch, and it'll show what the anticipated resale value and profit will be. So that'll be kind of cool, so we don't have to kind of guess. And I'll show you the Legos as we go. So let's go ahead and pull up the screen here, and let's pull up Inventory Lab. And like I said, I've already done some of these, and I'm starting with the smalls, and then we're going to go to some of the bigger sets. These small ones, some of them may not even show as profitable because I'm basically putting them in at a $25 value from what I paid, just based on the amount of sets that I got. It may be less than that because honestly, I haven't counted them. I just kind of ballparked because I got a bunch of smalls that kind of got put in as part of that batch of the $100 toys. So I don't really know, I might end up with closer to 120 or 125, which would bring the dollar value down. But you'll see most of these are selling for really good money. So let me make this a little bigger and you can see it. So right here, these are ones I've already put in. This is the Inventory Lab screen. And you can see that I've already entered in, and the ones on the right are the ones that I've entered in right here. And you'll see now, I actually had 3 of these sets right here. Okay, sorry, thought I was a little better prepared than that, but I had them stacked up behind me here. All right, so 3 of these were in those smalls that he kind of threw in the toy batch that I purchased. Dollar range for all the toys that I got. And these are old. They probably sold for, well, I can tell you what they sold for. That's not good. When the plastic comes off the back of the cardboard, that's not good. Okay. $14.99. All right. So that actually I'm going to have to turn around and list as used, like new. Oh, there you go. Okay. Anyway, they have a $14.99 sticker on them. Oh, here's another one with a tear. Okay. So what happens on these sets, there's 3 of them total. So what happens on these cardboard, they're called bubble, I forget the actual terminology for them. But the glue can get loose on here and can come apart. So what I'll probably do is just polybag these. And again, I already put these in. I'm going to have to change what I did. But I put these in as new because they literally did not do that until I just picked it up in my hand. And as you can see, well, you can't really see it there, but right here, here's the listing on Amazon. And right now, the cheapest price is $134.97. And that's not an FBA price. That's a merchant fulfilled seller. And you can see there, this is a very slow seller. This might sell one a month, if that. I listed at $149.99 brand new, but probably looks like only one of these I'm going to be able to list as $149.99. The others I will change. I've not submitted the batch yet, so I can go in there and change it. So I'm going to keep these out, and I will change the two of them to a used like new, and I will probably make that in the neighborhood of I don't know, $119.99, something like that. And you can see the profit, if I calculate it in at 25 bucks, is going to be substantial, $86 on the 134. Like I said, I did 149.99. No other FBA sellers on this, so I'm going to shoot for the moon. And that's a profit of almost $100 just on that one per, each one that sells at at that price. Now, like I said, the other two will sell at a cheaper price. All right. So the next one was a different set of those. There are two of these, which is this set right here, the Lego Kingdoms Mini. Currently, none of these available. And this is what those look like. So let me make me bigger here. All right. So two of these sets. Again, the retail's $14.99 on them. These are both in pretty good shape. Back stuck to them on these. Oops. All right. So same thing. I'm listing those for $149.99. They may not sell for that. If they sit there for 3 months, they haven't sold, I'll start dropping the price a little. Maybe, I may keep it up through Christmas and see. I mean, they're small. They're not going to be a lot in storage fees. And if I can sell them for $150 at Christmas, I'm all about it. I also got to keep in mind they're going to be sitting in a warehouse, in a hot warehouse at Amazon. Yeah, so they may not arrive in the condition that I sent them in. That's one issue with selling FBA, but it's one of the things we deal with, unfortunately. All right, let's go back to Inventory Lab. So I've already got those two. Let's go to the next one. Was this Ninjago Team Pack right here. It doesn't show you, so I will pull it up here. All right, now this one's a little more typical of a listing you'll see. All right, here's what it looks like. This is more under the video games. Oops, there. This is more under the video game category, and it sells. You'll see there's a buy box price on this one for $44.97. So that is the price that I would send it in under. And there's some other sellers on this. The sales ranks in the 5,000 range, so it will sell. And the profit is, not going to be great on that at $25. Profit $7.98 or 32%, but it will sell decent. It's not going to sit there for months. It should sell within the first month of sending it in. All right, what's next? Let's take a look here and see. Next, we have some minifigures. Okay, these are, like I said, these are all small, so keep that in mind. I had these pulled up. All right, and I believe I have two of these. I do. I have two of these. And they are selling the cheapest on these. There's no FBA. The cheapest is $54.88. And again, super high rank on these. I will show you what they look like. All right, that's what they look like. I got two of these sets. They originally sold for $14.99 as well. And, you can see at, $25 buy price, I'm going to make $18. These will take a long time to sell as well. So they will sit there probably for months before they sell, but that's okay. Because I knew going in, that was one of my negotiation tactics with this guy, because I knew as an Amazon seller, that's where I was going to list them. And I knew it was going to take, even on eBay, it'd take forever to sell. I mean, forever for me is months. I generally, bulk of my sales come from within 30 days. I've gone away from the law on Amazon anyway, the long-term model of the long tail things that would sit there for years. And now I want to turn things within 30 days for the most part, unless I get a haul like this. I don't mind sending these in because I know they will sell and it's going to be good money. All right. So let's pull up the next thing. The next thing was, this rare, this is an interesting one. The actual title on it is Rare Ninjago Coal Articulate Figure. This is it right here. It does not have a price tag on it. It was probably $9.99 originally. The cheapest Amazon FBA price is $115.54. Now you'll see there's also a $20 merchant fulfilled price. So the FBA price will not sell while that $20 merchant fulfilled price is there. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. Okay, so you'll see right here, and if we make it even bigger, if we scroll down, you'll see, here's where this guy just came in right here at the 1997. He's only got one, so he wants to sell his and wants his sell. But I went back, I looked a year out. I mean, there just haven't been any of these for sale. 3 million. I mean, the rank on this is outrageous in the millions. So, but this one might take a year or two to sell, but it's small. So if it sits there a while and if I have to drop the price, I will. So that was the next one. And then next one is this spinner guy. So I went from those plastic packs to this guy. This one is a flyer building kit, and I'll show you. It looks like this. It's like this. Well, I'm showing you, and you can't see me. It's this spinner cardboard pouch, okay, like this. And it has a buy box price of $53.90. So 25 bucks, 70% return, 17 bucks I'll make if it sells at that price. And the rank's a little more realistic in the 200,000. So that will sell. It might take a month or two. All right. Let me put some of these back here. All right. Okay, next are these like a plastic pouch or something, I guess. This is again, I'm not a Lego player or collector myself, but this one is the Brain Attack series, I guess, and that's what it looks like. New, and again, all these new and sealed. It's no condition issues. I like these packs like this because there's never really condition issues unless they were cut open. And as you can see on this one, hopefully you can see, $104.73 is the cheapest FBA price. Sales ranks into 300,000. There's 3 sellers. This may take a little while to sell, but it probably will. At least I'm hoping on these. My goal is on a lot of these is that they will sell within, say, by the end of the year, by Q4. So I'm going to let a lot of them sit at the higher price through Q4, and then if what doesn't sell, I'll start dropping in price. Here's another one. This is the other, a smaller, different Brain Attack one. Looks like this. Boom. Okay. And this one is, there is no FBA on this. And the cheapest merchant fulfilled is $96.18. Let's see, what did I list this for? This one, oh, you can't see it in here. So, but probably I did over about 100 bucks listing on this one. All right, and then the next, that's that one. And then next was this Chima right here. Make me bigger again. I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth between two computers. That's this one, and it is the sale price on this was not good, not high. Now the rank's lower, obviously, because it's got a lower sale price. There's an FBA right now at $35. Let me make it bigger so you can kind of see what I'm seeing. There's an FBA at $34.92, and you know, that's kind of what that price has been going at. You know, if this sells, I'm basically getting my money back at $25. Not too exciting, but again, these were kind of smalls that were like thrown in. Not really thrown in, because I did pay $100, but I got a bunch of toys and along with these Legos in that $100 deal. And then last but not least, in the ones I've already added into my batch here, is this Lego Hero Factory Flyer Beast versus Breeze. No FBA, lowest merchant fulfilled at $64.99. And so there was one listed at 65. Oh no, maybe there is one listed at 65 $64.99. So again, at $25 on that, you know, I'll double my money if it sells at that price at $54.99, and that one should sell. All right, so let me go back to where I'm on a bigger screen here. All right, so those are all the ones I've pre-done. Now, what's cool about Inventory Lab is you can see just with those smalls, and I've got another box of smalls I'm going to go through here. My buy cost is, you can see, let me make this bigger for you, so I'll kind of go through and show you. My buy cost is $350. There's 10 SKUs, 14 items, because I had multiples of a couple of the SKUs. Average sales rank's 201,000. Again, not ideal, okay, but those will sell. Total sales value $13.88. Buy cost $350. Net profit $7.80. So just with the ones that I've listed, I'm already expected, the ones I just showed you, I'm expected to double my money. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see at least a double, hopefully a triple. So let us keep going. Let me make this back where I'm back on here so I can start to show you. Now these I'm going to be kind of listing as I go because I have not pulled these up yet, so we will see. So you're going to kind of go through my process and you'll see what I'm looking at. So I've got another bin here of smalls. So here's another Chima. And again, what I'm doing on these is with Amazon, I'm just punching in a barcode. I love to do the barcodes. So we'll put that in, 814. So since all these are going on Amazon, it's easy to list. It pulls up right here. You can see, okay, sales rank 220,000. Everything defaults with Inventory Lab at your last input, so I'm keeping all of that. I do on mine. I do a specific SKU. You can take the default SKU, which is just a generic set of numbers. I take a different approach. I like to kind of identify my SKUs so I can look at the SKU and know. And then I'm also going to open this up so you can see it on Amazon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. So this is my 11th item. So let's see. So basically FB is for, actually you don't need me on the screen right now, so let me make this full screen. FB is for Facebook, obviously. 11, if I'm listing multiples from one store or one source, I'm numbering them. So the next two are, you know, the numbers. So this is the 11th item that I'm listing. Then I put a dash and then it's the date. So 3/14/20. So I know when I listed, and then a dash and then my price, no decimals, 2500. So it's not obvious. It's obvious to me, but it's not. If I put a 20, I've done this before. I by accident put 25.00. It's very clear to somebody if they saw your SKU that you're selling, you pay $25 for this item. A lot of I got this from somebody else. I did not invent this. All right, so over here, there's no FBA currently showing. So let's actually look at this item right here on Amazon. and you'll see there is no FBA. The cheapest is $66.32 by an FBM seller, and there's a couple sales here, as you can see, and they, in that $66 range. I mean, I can take it back. That's 3 months, that's a year, $56. But again, nobody has this now, FBA. So what I would probably do, which is, realistically, I probably would sell this for $69.99 to $74.99. But I'm going to shoot for the stars. I'm going to say $99.99. When there's nobody on it, you can ask whatever price you want, but just like eBay, just because you ask for it doesn't mean you're going to get it. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, the worst I can do is lower the price to get it to sell. And so what's nice about Inventory Lab is you can see I put in my list price right here, $99.99. I have it set to default with a minimum price that it will sell for. My max price, there, I'm gonna put $199.99 because it will. These numbers get sent over to Amazon, and Amazon has an auto repricer. So these numbers are going to get used by Amazon's auto repricer to keep repricing based on any other people that try to underprice me. And as you can see, that's a $56. If I sell for $99.99, right, I will double my money on this, over 100% profit. All right, I got more of these. Not that same one. Here's another one of these pouches. Some of these may end up being duplicates, which is fine by me. It makes my life easier, but I don't know yet. We'll see. Let me add this to the batch. I never added it. All right. Okay, next is 673-419-191-777. Just so you can see, this is another Chima. I don't even know how you say it. And 379,000 rank, $39.95. So this does have a consistent kind of a sale price. So that's obviously going to be the sale price that I'm going to use is $39.95. Make this a little bigger so you can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, so over here again, I'm going to do my custom SKU. 03 1420. Obviously, this is being made on the 14th of March. It probably won't be released until later. Well, I know it's not going to be released until later. Okay, and so again, on this one, I'll be if it sells at $39.95, I'm going to maybe make $5. So they're not all big winners, but again, this is kind of a smaller throw in. And generally, if I was just buying this at a yard sale, I'm probably not going to. That last one, I'm not going to spend $25. Since it was all part of a lot, that's why I would have that. Let me add that to the batch. Obviously, that's going to affect my overall numbers, which is fine. All right, next one. While that does that, let me put me bigger. Here's the next one. Another one of these Chima. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm going to get criticized, but that's all right. 673-19845. Let's pull this up and see what it says. This is interesting. So I've actually sold this. So then this pops up on Inventory Lab. It means I've sold this before. And back when it was, I paid $4 for it at a consignment sale and sold it for $24.99. So I'll use that same SKU. And as you can see, now that it is out of print or discontinued, it's selling for $45.82 instead of the $24.99. Of course, I paid more for it based on, I'm going to have to change this now. And that sale was called Mom to Mom. I'm going to change that to Facebook. Okay. And I'll use the same SKU. It's not going to be a big deal, but price is going to be $45.82. So if it sells at that price, again, high sales rank, 227,000, profit of $10. Okay. Here's another brain attack. Brain attack. Oh, but brain attack's just pretty cool sounding to me. I like that. We are attacking your brain. All right. And 673-419-190-640. All right. Let's see what comes up. It is Hero Factory. I'm guessing that's right. As you can see, cheapest merchant fulfilled on this one is $92.89 over here. All right, so FBA. Oh, you know what? I didn't list those others. I didn't pull them up. I don't think I did the last China. Sorry about that. But anyway, here's this one. I don't know that we need to look at every Amazon listing, but I like to kind of show you what I look at when I'm kind of pricing these. Here's, looks like there were 2 sales in the last month. You can see that's what these are. And they sold merchant fulfilled at $87 plus shipping. So this has sold and it will sell. $92.89, you know, at a minimum, you know, if I want to sell this realistically, probably $99.99. And so that would give me a profit of $57.34 if that sells at that price, which I believe it will. That's not really shooting for the moon on that one. I don't want them too far off the merchant fulfilled price. So, or it'll never sell. So especially on these slower moving items, you kind of want to be generally within 10 to 20% of the merchant fulfilled price. All right, let me put me back on the big screen here. Here's another, blister pack. That's what these things are called, blister packs, okay? With a cardboard and in a plastic. I don't know what these are called, but they're in some kind of a plastic bag. Plastic bag. All right, so this one is Hero Factory Invasion from Below. And one thing I never told you was that when I talked to this guy, I found out that he actually was a collector, that he was not, somebody that was reselling that got a bunch of these like out of a storage unit, because that's kind of what I thought. Hey, this guy bought a storage unit and got a ton of these. He was a collector. He was a younger kid in his 20s to 30s, 20s maybe, I'm thinking. And all these he had gotten. He was in a nice house. These were all ones that he had never played with, like he'd gotten his birthday, Christmas presents. And I know this to be true because a lot of them had the pieces of wrapping still stuck to them. Insane. I mean, these things are expensive, especially the big ones that I'm going to show you later. And I'm like, oh my, got all these toys you never played with. And he wasn't really a collector. I mean, these were all his and he was just selling them off. So you can see this one looks pretty good right here, $109.99. So that's what we will list it at. And okay, we can pull the listing up. There's no rank showing. The higher the price, all right, but there is a buy box, which is nice. So when you see a buy box, that's what you kind of want to see. $109.99 is the buy box price. There's already somebody there listed. You can look at, I look at Keepa, I look at this ASIN Zen, add-on, this Chrome extension that I use. 445,000 is the average sales rank. So this will sell by Christmas for sure. $109.99 puts me at a profit of $64, a 256%. Like to see that. So with that, I've got a max price set here, so I need to change that to $199. That's what threw that off. I've got it defaulted because I'm not selling a lot of things over $100, so I had to keep changing that. Okay, this whole basket is full of these things. So as you can see, as we go through these, I'm already up to 15 SKUs, 19 items. I think you should see I've got boxes and boxes of now the larger ones. I think I'm gonna be well over 100 items. Here's another invasion from below. I think it's different. So put in the, so all I'm doing on Amazon, what's great about Amazon is you literally can just type in the UPC, and for big brands, well-known like Legos, they're just gonna pull up whatever the listing is. And there it is. And as you can see on this, the cheapest MF listing is 136.03. There's no FBA listing at all. 340,000 ranked. Again, really high. I understand that. You know, this isn't going to sell as soon as it hits the warehouse. But these, that's not the point. The point of these is the slow, what they call the slow dime, but it's more the slow Benjamin Franklin, right? The slow $100 versus the fast Abraham Lincoln or George Washington, right? So this one, let me look at the listing to price this. 136.03, there's 3 FBM sellers at that price. There was an FBA in the past here, 146. I think I'm going to shoot for that. 149.99 sounds like a nice price to me. I don't know why I like to price like that, but I do. And that means I got to change this to 199. Okay. Did I list these others? I don't think I did. So I think I'm throwing myself off here by not actually, I'm just showing them and then not adding them to the batch. Oopsie. Okay. So this one, I know now, I know for sure like the last couple, so I'm gonna have to go back and do that. I did not actually add them to the batch. I just pulled them up. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14. Yeah, let's take a look and see. I know I pulled it up, so 3, 14, 20, 25. I know this is real exciting for you guys, but this is kind of the, now if that sells, you can see over here in the corner, I'll make 99.01. I will triple, you know, it's 393%. I will more than 3 times my money, almost 4 times my money. Let me add that to the batch, and then I'm going to have to go back and look and see what I missed. All right, so, oh man, this is going to be bad. Okay, so Beast versus, what was that one? That one I just did. The one I just did was Splitter Beast versus Furno. This is Evo XL machine. Oh, I did add Evo XL machine, and it was, oh, I did not change the SKU. Okay, so that's what I've done. So I did add them, but I did not change the SKU. Okay. Okay, well, at least I added them. That's the main thing. I'm starting to like think, what is going on in my head here? All right, so I've got 2 more brain attacks and 3 more invasions from below. And we are right at the 54-minute mark, so we will finish with the smalls and then probably go with the bigs when on part 2. So here's this one. This is another invasion from below. And let's put in 3.192079. Okay, 88.85 is the price. 421,000 rank. You can see again, it's a high rank. They're all going to be high. This is going to be FB 15. Let me, before I forget, I'm going to add this in. 14, 20. Okay, let me make it bigger so you can kind of see. So on this one at 88.85, my I will get $47, which is 187%, not quite doubling my money. And if you want to see, this is the Amazon listing. I'll show you real quick. This is it. The MF, the merchant fulfilled in the buy box right now. You know, again, it's going to be a real slow seller, but it is what it is. We already knew that, right? Okay. Here's another. Here's another invasion from below. Now, some of these may be duplicates. If they are, I will just go in there and change the number. 673-419-207-133. Okay. And again, I don't mind showing these, you know, because these are discontinued. So if you find any of these, buy them, but you're not going to go find them in a store. You're going to find them off of Facebook Marketplace or something like that. You know, here's another one. I mean, $89.99, 400,000 rank. Okay. I will almost double my money. I'll make $47.79. Actually, not, yeah, double, right? And then I just need to put in my SKU, 16. Okay, I will add that to the batch. All right, we're almost done. I got a, sorry about that, another brain attack. Okay, another brain attack. And 690-190-633. Generally, these smaller Legos I would not have bought, you know, paid that much money for, but since they were all kind of part of the lot. Okay, occasionally this happens where a UPC doesn't come up. So either I mistyped it or it's not, yeah, I mistyped it. All right, $60 is the FBA price, $59.99. And it is, so I will make $22 on this one. A little faster, it'll sell a little better sell rank. 1420. And again, there's really no point. I mean, I guess I can pull up the Amazon page for it and show it to you. It does have a $59.99 is in the buy box, so you like to see that. This one will sell a little quicker than the last one. Of course, it has a lower price than the last one did. So, all right, two more of these pouches. Let me show you that's what the Keepa looks like. So a handful of sales on that. Like I said, they'll sell within a month probably of listing. All right, let's make me bigger. Here's another invasion from below. These are little smaller packs. Probably won't go for as much, but you never know. See what it says. 142,000, and yeah, lower price here. Now this is interesting. Let's look at this one. It's $31.99. So this one I'll be doing well to break even. You know, break even. But technically, I didn't technically spend $25 on this. But if we just spread that dollar amount out evenly amongst all the items, some are going to show huge profit. Some are going to show maybe no profit. $31.99, there's no FBA, so obviously I can list it for higher. 142 is a decent rank, means it's going to sell within a month. As you can see, there's probably, according to my chart here, there's been 9 sales in the last 30 days. No FBA, but the last FBA was $32.96. Now, obviously, I'm not going to list it there because that would be stupid. But I could list it since I'm the only FBA seller. $34.99 would be the obvious one. That's going to allow me to just break even. But I bet you I could get $39.99. This sells pretty well. So since I'm the only FBA, that's what I'm going to shoot for. And so at $39.99, I will make $5, 22%. Not great. But again, that'll be a quicker sale. So I'll get that money a little quicker than some of the other ones that are higher priced. So let me add that. did I change my, I may not have changed my, I did not, I keep forgetting to change my SKU, so that's not going to hurt anything. It will still sell without me changing my SKU. Once that SKU is in there, you can't change it. Once you send that SKU in, I probably could go back and modify. I might do that, but it's not that important because I'm going to know any of these Legos I've sent in, where they came from. But it's great for tracking on your account on Inventory Lab. Okay, this is the last of one of these. And let's pull this up. 300,000, 74.95. Nice. Okay, so at that price, 74.95, I stand to make $35, 140% return. And let me go in here. I don't remember which one I was on. I think 18. If not, I apologize. It'll tell me. It'll tell me you can't use the same one over again. We can pull that one up if you want to look at it. I'm going to go ahead and add it at 74.95. I mean, the idea that somebody would want to pay, the idea that somebody would want to pay $74.95 for this is, it's shocking to me, but people do it. People do it, you know, maybe collectors, or they just want this particular, they're in love with this particular one and they can't get it in the store anymore. So, no, well, there's one FBA right there at $74.95. I mean, the sales, again, it's a higher sales rank. No sales in the last month, but there were 3 sales at a lower price in the last 3 months. So again, might be something. It's going to take three to 6 months to sell. It should sell by Christmas. All right, next, one of these guys here, this Ninjago. I had something similar in a blue coloring. This one is in red. This little spinner guy. So let's take a look at him and see what he goes for. And we are about done with this episode. Let me put it up on the bigger screen here. Now this is one that I sold. I got this. Let me make this bigger and I'll show you. So I've sold this one before. Came from Barnes and Nobles, and this is why I like to use the custom SKUs, because I can look at this and go, okay, I got this from Barnes and Noble. I paid $2.49 for it back in May of 2017. Ended up selling at $10.49. Yeah, so maybe I doubled my money on that. So that's the nice thing about using the custom SKUs, is that you can do that kind of thing. Now you can see it's only $29.99. Okay, so this would be one that, you know, it's a lower sale price, so it will sell. Let me pull it up here, and I'm going to change my price here to 25. I'm going to change this to today's date, which is 3/14. I don't even know what year this is. 20, right? 2020. This is Facebook, so I'm going to change this. But again, I can't change my SKU. That's okay. So at $29.99, I would tend to show, it's going to show I'm going to lose money on this, obviously. $22 though, not much. Notice there's only one seller at $29.99. FBA, everybody else is $21. I'm just going to match that price. He's not in the buy box, but there's 9 other FBM sellers at $21.99. So its chances of me getting any higher than the $29.99 are slim to none. So I'm going to use that price, $29.99. My buy price, why is that not 25? Why is that not showing? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Since I use this existing SKU, it doesn't look like it's changing my, cannot be less than the min price. Oh, well, I don't know why it's doing that. All right, sorry for this. I don't understand. I might have to just manually go in here and adjust this, because for some reason it's very confused on why my it's defaulting from the previous listing. So it's using a incorrect min price. I'm going to make it $29.99. And okay, so that's now it's working. So it would show if it sells at $29.99, I'd actually lose $2.97. I'm not too worried about it. I just need to get that money back. Okay, now in here, so another little bonus. No longer eligible to use the manufacturer card. Yada yada yada. Okay. Commingle. Error details. Okay. So did it not add it then? All right. So basically, what that means is I just got to create a new SKU for this, and I will have to do that later. Okay. And all right. 0143970174797. All right. This is another version. Okay. So this is interesting because this is another version. Remember, I showed you one earlier. When I showed you earlier, you might have thought it's the same, but it's not. This one's blue and this one's red. And they have the exact same, UPC. Oh God, I can't figure this out. There we go. Red and blue. All right, the blue's already listed. So the red is saying, well, what do you want to do? Well, I don't actually want to list that. So what I need to do is, let me see if I can find Ninjago. This might be hard to do. Articulated figure. I'm going to try to search by name. Geez, let's see what that pulls up. It's a little scary. It could pull up, 1,000. Ninjago. Oh no. Well, that's a red cardboard, but it's not red. Let's see what this says. That's not it. This is a red one. Okay. Let me look at this one with clip-on battle sound. That's not it. So basically what I got to do is go in here and see if I can find the right one to list, since the UPC, and this is one problem, is that companies will use the same UPC but different variations, and it's kind of a pain in the what. So if I don't see this right away, I might have to just come back to it. Yuck. I don't see it right away. Does this thing have a name? It probably does. I don't know what it is though. It just says articulated figure with clip-on battle sound. And I have no idea unless I saw a picture of it. And the phone, you can scan. The phone app probably is not going to do any better because it's just going to pull up variations of it, but we can try it and see. Half the time, my phone, that's what I'm doing, is scanning with my phone, and half the time it doesn't work. And it pulled up, that one I just had pulled up, and that's it. So, all right, well, unfortunately, this is one I'm going to have to come back to and research and see if I can find it. Now, in addition to that, so I know we're over an hour now, but as you can see, let me make this bigger. Currently, right now, I'm at $1,232. If you look down here, I've got 21 items added at a buy cost of $625, and I'm at $1,232. So I am right at doubling my money. Now, in addition, I'll pull me back up on the big screen here. In addition, I have this basket full of these like almost like giveaways, and these are going to be hard. They all have UPCs. So, for example, these might be like, I honestly don't know, but they have numbers. They still have numbers. They have UPCs. I'm going to try to look this one up, but these are not going to be big, you know, high sellers, I can't imagine. This has a $7.99 price sticker on it. This one does, but this is one of the bigger of the pouches. And let me put this on the screen so you can see it. It does pull up. It pulls up for $24.99. So we can throw that on there. $4.99. This thing still, I don't know why it thinks it's trying to make my min price. I don't know what it's doing. But I'm going to have to manually change that now. I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry about that. Okay. So anyway, I will add that. As you can see, again, you know, these were really freebies, throw-ins. So especially these little small ones like this. So I'm not going to count those as like a $25. Because technically I didn't really pay $25 for these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in at $1. Now see my dates all thrown off. It's weird because when I change that 3/14/20, there we go. Okay, Facebook. I think I'm on 19, and I'm just going to put $1 on these because that's probably what typically I would have paid if I did on these. And at $1, you know, this thing is still off. I don't know what it's doing. All right, let me cancel. Sorry about that, but anyway, so I can go through all these. I'll add these too. But honestly, if I added all these at $25, it would make sense because, like I said, these really were freebies that were thrown in these small little pouches right here. And again, for some reason, now if I take my price here and make it $1, there now, yeah, that adjusted that. Okay, something's a little wonky here. Maybe I need to actually go in. It's pulling up something weird. 2020, Facebook, FB 19, 03, 14, 20. Okay, so anyway, it's showing the wrong amount here. what I'm looking at here, sometimes Inventory Lab is being a little wonky right here. And see, as it kind of shows, there it goes. I had to click on it to get it to adjust. So that looks better. Add to batch. I'm just going to look and see if I have any more of the any more bigger ones that might actually show up. See, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got about 10 more of these small, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll add these into the batch, but I'm not going to go make you sit through the pain of me just adding these little bitty ones in here. But as you can see, right now I'm on track to about double my money. That's just going through the smalls. I'm going to make about $600 on these smalls, which again, I really didn't pay 25 bucks for these. These were kind of probably more in the $5 range that I paid because I got them in a lot of toys. And then the next episode, okay, so part 2, is there definitely going to be part 2 because I haven't even touched my big sets yet, is going to be the big sets. So I'm going to start with some of the bigger sets and we'll start going through and adding those in. These are going to be a lot. You're going to see a lot very similar, like the sales rank is going to be very similar. It's going to be in the 200,000 to 300,000. But I'll go into more of that in the next episode. So definitely come back for part 2 of the Lego haul. Hopefully it's just going to be part 2, but I'm looking, I've got a lot still, probably over 100 sets to go through. So, I might have to make it a part 3. I don't know. But if I do, hey, it's Legos and it's fun. So who doesn't love Legos? I think we all do. I love selling them. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video. Please share with your friends. Say, hey, you want to come see a great Lego haul? Go subscribe to Resale Champ on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram as Resale Champ, also on here on YouTube. And I'm a new YouTuber, so I need to get some following. So please, make sure you subscribe, and you will see the rest of the the rest of the Lego haul. I will talk to you next time. So I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you then. Thanks.